Hello and welcome to this reserve grade grand final here on Grand Final Day at Hunter Stadium. It's great to have your company. My name's Ben Homer and with me today is Isaac Butterfield. And Isaac, a big clash. It's Lakes United up against West. What are your thoughts on both of the two sides out there today? It's 1 versus 2, by the way. It's Western Suburbs that finished the regular season first and Lakes in second. But what are your thoughts, Isaac?
And we've seen a little bit of these guys this year. They're a really two strong sides, two really big forward packs and creative halves. And this is where they're going to have a great game for these guys as Lakes take the field and the crowd goes wild. Mate, I can't wait to see what happens. Hopefully there's a little bit of fire out there. There could be a little Barney. Who knows? I'm very excited. I can't wait to see what happens as we wait for the referees to get us underway.
Well, I'll just go through the lineups as we've got them currently. The man with the lineups is downstairs, so these are not confirmed. But for Lakes United, at fullback Jamie Gourmet, number 2 on the wings Mayo Uta and Jackson Davis, number 5. 3 is Lee McGlintock, 4 Brody Lamb, 5'8 Jack Kelly, halfback Chris Shepherd. In the front row it's Tuiali Togatisi and 10 Mick Skelly. At hooker is Chris Randall. In the back row it's Nick Glow, John Douglas, and at lock is Charnese Burgess. And on the bench, Mitch Sattler in 14, Matt Bridge in 15, Cameron Burns 16, Blake Smith 17, Tom Wollaston 18, 19 Zach Leonard and 20 Ben Stone. So we'll have to double check who drops off that bench for Lakes. There's 6 on the bench for this reserve grade grand final. For Wests, at fullback Michael Hendry. On the wings Willis Alatini in 2 and number 5 Luke Poolman. In the centres it's 3 Cameron Moran and 4 Clint Davies. 5'8 is Ryan Walsh. Halfback Matt McLaren. In the front row 8 Nick Mahon and 10 Luke Single. At hooker is Liam McKenna. In the back row Matt Caselli and 12 Gareth Evans. 13 and lock is Tom Madden. And on the bench for the Rosellas we see the kick off and well it has. Graham Stair's got the whistle to the mouth, so it is going to be an early chance for West. I'll just go through their bench. 14 Mal Green, 15 David Dryden, 16 Josh Gordon, 17 Cody Beer, 18 Fraser Price, 19 Bobby Tracy, and 20 Matt Redman. That was a mouthful there, Isaac.
Absolutely, and this is a massive chance for the West boys here. They've come up with the ball 10 metres out from Lakes line, and this is a great chance to capitalise early in a grand final.
Well, just quickly, these two sides so far this season, they've met 3 times actually. In round 3, we'll just go back to the play while West are on the attack, and I'll go through those. It was taken there by Hendry. Now taking it and going through almost to the line. There was the West 5'8 was Ryan Walsh.
Held up.
Graham Stair saying it was held up. Yeah, round 3 they met. It was a win to West 20-12. Round 10, West won again 24-6, and then in the finals, Lakes United got the better 26-16 in the second week of the finals.
And Mannion takes it forward there with the first charge of this set.
Well, here's McKenna. Goes across the ground, taking it forward there with Single. And his ball's coming out, but Graham Stair said there's a strip there. And Western Suburbs, it'll be interesting to see what they do here, Isaac.
Well, they're punching holes into this Lake side. Their defence is holding them now, but it'll be interesting to see if they can withstand, especially so early in a grand final. Everyone's breathing heavy. Everyone's pulses are pulsing 180 straight away. Let's see what happens here as they spread the ball wide. Well,
it comes to McLaren. He got the ball short to Evans, who took it. He's just on the 10-metre line, probably 25 metres in from this near side. Out of dummy half is McKenna, and McKenna's going to go close for West. Very close indeed. Still not there. They've already been held up once, West. It goes from McLaren. He gets the ball back to Walsh. Walsh goes short and all going very, very close with Single there.
It was just there.
It was about a metre from the line. Here's a short ball. It's gone back. I think that's one's gone forward. It's been spilled out there by Caselli, and Lakes are going to come up with it. So West looking a little bit disjointed in attack early on, Isaac.
Oh, they had numbers there too. If they just got 2 more balls on, they would have been in the corner. But unfortunately for West, as they carried a big carry back and driven into the turf there, unfortunately for West, they just couldn't convert it there. But Lakes, they've got a chance going begging for Lakes there, and a big shot coming out of here from the West defence.
Here's Togatisi. They bring it. Well, there's a penalty. Too much hold down there. Graham Stair giving it to Lakes, and I think that's exactly what they would have wanted. A tough start, knock on off the kickoff. They're taking the tap, and it's Togatisi again, bring it forward. Big run, great offload, and West have got some space down this near side of the ground. Taking it forward there was Uta. Dummy half.
Looking for a penalty, couldn't find it.
Stair not obliging on that occasion. Here's Uta in at dummy half again. He gets the ball away to Burgess. Burgess takes it up just over the halfway line for Lakes. 3 minutes gone. It's the reserve grade grand final. Back to Togatisi, and it's Lakes and West still at 0-0. Can he get the unload away? Does so. It's another good one to Burgess. And Burgess is only 40 metres out from the goal line in the centre of the field. Goes across to the far side of the ground now, and it's Skelly going for a run on the last play now for Lakes. Out of dummy half, a nice little kick there from Randall. Bouncing down and taken by the West fullback in Hendry. A good set there from Lakes, got themselves out of trouble, and the penalty really helped them. They're back in the arm wrestle, Isaac.
Absolutely, they're back in it, and everything's forgotten from the knock on early on. It's back on, it's game on, it's 0-0, and the grand final's well and alive.
Here's a run up from Poolman for Wests. Luke Poolman taking it forward. He scored 5 tries this season in his 13 appearances. Looking for some tries in the grand final today as Madden's put on his back. 35 out from West's goal line. Early kick early in the tackle count, looking for a 40-20. It's not a bad effort. Uta's chasing back.
This is interesting.
I don't think he'll get there. And what a kick there from West.
That's a great kick. Big play here from the West boys. That's massive. And the referee signalled the 40-20 feed to the Wests.
In a grand final, that is a huge play. And they've got to wait. The new rule is that you have to wait for the referee and the defensive line to be set after we had that drama in the Eels-Bulldogs game, I think it was, last season. Taking it forward now is Caselli. Lake's defence has been pretty good early on in the game. They've held West out once before. Out of dummy half from McKenna. Gets the ball wide to McLaren, who gave it short. And 5 metres away there. West taking it forward there was Evans. Out of dummy half, it's McLaren again. He goes short away to Single. Couple of metres out from the line now, Wests. Again with McKenna, he goes short. Togatisi in there in defence along with Randall. And Lake still repelling this Western Suburbs attack as it comes out the back. It's been knocked on, and again this attack from West, it hasn't been fantastic, but Lake's defence has been up to it so far in the game, Isaac.
Ben, they're just not converting. They're having those chances there, but they're just not coming off. They're throwing the ball around. It's still early on. It's only 10 minutes in, or 5 minutes in, 35-minute halves, of course, in reserve grade. It's still early on, but they're throwing it around like it's the end of the game. Eventually something will come off for West if they keep staying in this position.
Well, I don't think you can really blame Lakes. They made that error first up. That was their own fault. But the 40-20, that's just a moment of brilliance from West. So Lakes will feel like that they've just dodged a couple of bullets now, and if they can get down the other end and get themselves back into the grind as they did after the first West raid, they'll be in a good position to get themselves on the board. And it's taking it forward. They're only 15 metres out from their own goal line here, West, on this near side of the ground. Out of dummy half went Randall. Got it to Skelly.
Big defence.
West defence has been outstanding so far, hasn't it?
Absolutely. They're flying off the line and they're giving it to these big forwards. As one takes it forward right now, they're giving it to him. Look for an offload here. That's his third offload.
Togatisi's been outstanding, and now on the far side of the ground taken. There was Lamb. Hint of he was going to get away, but West just made the tackle.
Togatisi hasn't been caught with the ball yet.
No, he
must hate to play the ball.
He's had a lot of runs in the opening 6 minutes. I think he had about 4 or 5. We haven't got the stats man with us, so we can't double-check that one. There's a booming kick there from Shepherd. It's taken on the full by Hendry, and good field position start here for West. They're only 40 metres. Well, they're going to be more than 40 metres out from their own goal line now. That's 5 short of halfway now. A great run back from Hendry. Poolman goes into dummy half. He'll go for a little scamper. Goes up over the halfway line. He just can't get the unload away. Some good Lakes defence there to bundle him back onto the halfway line.
I'm not sure how strong the southerly wind is at the moment, Ben, but there is certainly one there, and it will be getting into the Lakes boys' faces at the moment. We'll see how they can overcome that throughout the half.
Here's an inside ball. I was actually looking at the triangles they normally have on top of the goalpost. They're not there today, so can't tell the direction of the wind. There's a little kick from Walsh going into the corner. It's a very well-weighted kick there, taken at the back by Gourmet. He did well to get out of that situation there, and Lakes, they're under a little bit of pressure. They've been under pressure for the opening 7.5 minutes, and I wonder if this defence and all this coming out of their own end is going to pay a price later on in the game.
Classic grand final, softening up period. Both forward packs are going at it. They're throwing the ball around. This is great stuff.
Here come Lakes. They're only 15 metres from their own goal line again. It's going to be a tough set for them. Dummy half from Randall. Gave the ball away to Douglas, and Douglas is up over the 20. Randall again. Got shot. Oh, gee, Skelly was flying up out of the line. I think it was single. He's lucky he didn't get on the end of that. Looking for the interceptors. A better kick there from Lakes, and it's taken by Hendry. About 20 out from his own goal line. He runs it back up over the 30. Good return again from Hendry. He's been good so far in the game, hasn't he? And West, once again, for second or third set from their own end, they've got field position. They're 40 metres out from their own goal line at the start of the set.
They're playing in good ball on the third tackle. This is exactly what West want. This is exactly what the coach would want. Straight up in this first half, they want to score first. They want to be the first to draw blood and set them in a good position for the rest of the game.
Well, there's Luke Singer with another run for West. Both him and Togatisi have been doing a lot of early work in this reserve grade grand final. A reminder, unlimited interchange in this. Togatisi with a big shot there.
Oh.
He's not getting up.
Dusty. This will be interesting. He's in a bad way.
I think he was bent over. That's what it looks like to me. He hasn't moved those legs, but Togatisi didn't miss him at all. We'll see if we can have a look at a replay of what went on there. Gee.
There is some concern for him. He hasn't moved too much. This is not good. He's trying to get up there. The trainers seem to be allowing him to get up. And the William Hill replay here, we should see what exactly happened.
I think he was bent straight over. His legs may have been bent. Yeah, that was it. Oh, that is one of those.
Gareth Evans there. Yeah, Togatisi certainly got on top of him.
The ones you do not want to see at all in rugby league.
He's very ginger to the feet, but he seems to be okay. He's walking. He's walking off the field. That's obviously a great sign. We don't want to see that, especially so early on in the grand final. But that's the game it is, unfortunately. But all the best to him.
Well, it was interesting. Graham Stair, I don't think, called time off there. It was the clock kept ticking all the way through, which is a bit of a surprise. Really? So, as it goes all the way back, that's right.
Walsh has put that kick up very high. It's come down and been fielded by the Lakes players.
Yeah, Davis over there taking it nicely for Lakes. Up on that far side of the ground and bring it forward is Burgess for them. And well, here's a penalty for Lakes. This is exactly what they would have wanted. Graham Stair saying they were inside the 10. And Lakes, a good chance for them to get themselves out of their own half. And at the back end of this set, they will be knocking on West's door, Isaac.
I tell you what, Mr. Stair, he's certainly been blowing that whistle a lot. He'll have to go and find a couple of new Ps during the week.
Well, isn't it often said that the first 10, 15 minutes you can see a lot of penalties, and then for the rest of the game, sometimes the referee's just trying to set the benchmark for the rest of the game.
Absolutely, that's completely true, especially in big games. Sometimes the referee will let it go, sometimes he'll blow it. In this case, Mr. Stair has been blowing the whistle quite a bit, as we've seen.
Yeah, well, here's Togatisi. Good ball skills from Togatisi. He got the ball away and got it to the fullback Gormy, and he almost stepped through the West's defensive line there. They're only 30 metres away here, Lakes. Randall in at dummy half. Goes to Togatisi. Togatisi stepping away. Can he get the unload away? This is going to be West's problem if they can't shut him down. Burgess. Well, that's about 3 or 4 unloads from Togatisi. It could be more.
He does not want to be caught with the ball. His second place stuff is killing West. There's an opportunity here, but it's fielded well by the winger.
It wasn't a bad kick. It was wobbling all over the place there for Pullman. He took it nicely. Hit the back of Moran, Cameron Moran's legs, the number 3 for West. And Hendry, I don't know if he was trying to get a penalty there, but West will bring it out from their own half. And they haven't been in this position very often this afternoon.
No, their forwards are going to have to really put their hand up here and get them back into good ball.
Oh, he's a good run back. Burgess came across and hammered Caselli, but it was a good run there from Matt Caselli. And a dummy half is McKenna. It's been spilled here. So West just starting to lose a little bit of focus, you think, Isaac? They had it all the running the opening 10 minutes, and now Lakes have got their opportunity. And if they get over the line, it's going to be a bit of a body blow for West, you think?
Yeah, Nick Mannion's had a great first stanza, and just to drop that ball then won't do his confidence the world of good, but he's really got to put some effort in here. He just wasn't watching where he was going. He was having a look, gets a bit of a rough house from his mate on the other side. But let's hope the West boys can hold out here, and the Lakes boys are going to give it to him, that's for sure.
As the ball goes away to Kelly, gave it short, and the Lakes are only 29 metres from the West goal line. Goes away from Randall there, taking it forward on the ground. Woolarston for Lakes. Tom Woolarston has come off the bench. Gets the ball wide now to Shepherd. Shepherd taking it to the line. Wide, they go towards Lamb. Lamb's taken not too far away here for Lakes. Only about 15 metres from the goal line. Gets it away to Burgess. Burgess stepping, almost slicing through. Look, it was a hint of a high shot there from West, but Stair keeps the whistle down by his side. Going out of dummy half for a run is Randall. He's not going to... Well, he's gone very, very close on the last play now. Looking back for the 5'8" in Kelly. They go back to Kelly. He rolls one into the in goal. I think it's going to be a bit too heavy. And that'll be a 20-metre restart for West.
Interesting option there from Kelly. I mean, he had about 5 players outside him on that edge. He could have very easily spread the ball and used the ball instead of kicking it. But hey, who knows? Grand final, people make weird decisions.
Well, here's West now up over the 30-metre line. Yeah, it was... it wasn't the worst kick you can see. It was, as you can see on the replay, it was curving away. But in the end, there was no chases.
Don't get me wrong, but he's got to take those opportunities if he wants points.
Well, here's McKenna. Gets the ball away and pumping it downfield is Walsh. Not a bad kick at all. That is a fantastic kick. I think it'll sit down just inside the in goal, and Lakes have to go back, and running over there was Jackson Davis to grab that one. Swung around. Good defence from West, and again, after being under pressure there, West, they've got the 20-metre tap, and gee, their kicking game's been outstanding in the opening 13 and a half minutes. Both McLaren and Walsh have been brilliant.
There was a 40-20 that nearly led to a try. He's just got them out of a bad position there. The kicking game has really been the difference so far.
Here's the play. The ball going for a run out of dummy half is McClintock there.
That's McClintock, and you watch him if he gets into space. He's one of the quickest players I've ever seen. I nearly caught him one day, but he's absolutely a speed demon. So watch out if he gets into space.
Well, let's hope we get to see that today. And Bridge is now off the bench, and he takes it up to the 40-metre line. Graham Stair with the arm raised on the 5th play now. It's Kelly again, putting it downfield. Sitting in the breeze. Running around is Pullman on the ball for West. Stepping away, McClintock there with some good defence. 20 metres from their own goal line, the Rosellas now. A lot of them struggling to get back on side West at the moment. There's about 4 or 5 of them before that. That's the second tackle now, and they're just all getting back on side.
Could be a little bit of frustration from the West boys. They've had so many opportunities and they just haven't come up with much at the moment. They've thrown everything at Lakes and they've repelled everything, so they could be quite frustrated from that, and that leads to exhaustion.
Well, haven't we seen some very defensive orientated games so far today, Isaac? It's been, and it's even continuing in this one today. The last game was a very tight one. It was only 16-6 in the end. So here's some space over there for West going over. But yeah, very defensive orientated.
Absolutely, and that's what you want to see on grand final day. You want to see the 2 best teams, and as they say, defence wins big games, and these are all very big games today.
Well, these are Bombets rolling all over the place. Goulmy takes it nicely. 5 metres from his own goal line. Great step. He got away from his opposite number in Hendry and gets it back to 15 metres from his own goal line now.
Great take under the wind there from Goulmy.
And that'll just, well...
Flying out of the line. Good shot.
I'll give him a lot. Oh, brilliant stuff there from West. Their defence, once again, they're aiming up, and bring it forward is Wollaston for Lakes. So still 0-0, 15 and a half gone. Ben Homer and Isaac Butterfield in commentary with you for this reserve grade grand final at Hunter Stadium in Newcastle. It's Burgess swinging away. Gee, he's been outstanding.
It's a shoulder charge there.
Burgess, and there is the penalty.
There we go, from Single. No one could stop Burgess, and Single's just going, right, I'll sort him out with the shoulder, a bit of the old school rules, and the referee's blown his whistle. Unfortunately, it's a penalty. It's such a shameful rule that I'm absolutely filthy about that rule. I just like to let that know in every commentary I'm in. But anyway, we'll move on.
Well, I think it changed. Here's this run from Burgess, unstoppable.
And there's a shoulder charge. I mean,
over.
You know.
Well, it all changed when Inglis put that shot on Dean Young when he wasn't looking. I don't know if you remember that shot.
I do remember that.
I think that was the catalyst behind it when Young was absolutely poleaxed.
Absolutely, and he hit him in the head, and he deserved to get some weeks on the sideline. But if you hit anyone in the head with any type of tackle, you deserve to be punished. But
I think the thing is, if the shoulder charge goes well, it's fine. But if you hit someone in the head, then you should be punished for it.
Absolutely.
So I think that could be the path that they take, is Lakes through Brodie Lamb, but at the moment every shoulder charge, whether it's in the head or...
I mean, sometimes it's all you can offer as a shoulder charge, especially if you're 60 kilos and the other bloke's 120. You've got to do something.
Chris Sandow, perfect example there. Here's some space out here for
Here's
Lakes.
McClintock.
Here's McClintock. Can he go for the corner?
Try.
He's got it down, McClintock. And Lakes score first, and that will hurt West, Isaac.
That was a great try. I told him McClintock's got speed, and he absolutely burned it there. He had heaps of ground to cover and a heap of West players coming straight for him, but he didn't worry him at all. He went over in the corner, and the crowd, the Lake supporters in the crowd have gone wild. Here's a replay on William Hill.
Well, you saw he didn't even need his wingman. He just took it himself, McClintock. He said the speed he's got, Isaac. Brilliant run it was. Here it is. Out wide.
Here's McClintock here. He catches it 20 metres in, spins out of one tackle. He's got 3 players coming towards him and slams it down in the corner. That's a great try from Lakes, and they've come out of nowhere to be up 4-0 with a kick to come after 16 minutes.
Well, he didn't even think about Uta. Uta was outside him. He just had eyes for the line, and McClintock goes over. He's so far this season, I'm just checking his stats for this season. He scored 3 tries, so make it 4, 9 games. He's also played 6 games in the first grade lineup. So
he's an experienced player, and it's showing today.
It's going to be a tough kick for Kelly from the sideline. He's kicked 8 conversions this year. Mitchell Sattler, their regular goal kickers, 22 kicks, successful attempts this season. He's on the bench, number 14 for Lakes.
It's a massive kick here. 2 points in a grand final, as we saw in the previous grand finals today, can be everything at the end of the game. Comes in with a strike, and it just waves across the face of the posts, and it remains at 4-0.
Well, that's about where the wind's heading, where that conversion attempt was looking at. You can see the flags, Isaac, just at the southern end. It's sort of heading across the ground, but
well, in fact, from where we're sitting, we can see the posts waving in the wind, and so it is quite a strong wind out there. So let's see how it affects Lakes in this first half, and let's see how, more importantly, it affects West in the second half when the fatigue hits in.
Well, I'm hoping it's not too windy, because I've got to go down to the sideline for the first grade grand final, so I'll have to pack my winter woolies when I go down there.
Absolutely.
West get us back underway. It's going. I thought it was going close to the sideline, and taken there. And bring it forward is Douglas for Lakes United. Has he lost it? He has lost it. Well, that's twice now off the kickoff. Lakes have dropped the ball. First play, and here's a little bit of push and shove.
A little bit of handbags. There's not much going on there. A few pushes.
We did say a punch last night in the NRL. It was good to see.
It was great to see.
For the first time in a long time.
He'll see a few weeks on the sideline for that, unfortunately. But that's.
I'll tell you what. I think Kyle Felt was lucky. He got a few jabs that they didn't see in a bit after.
Oh, the old sneaky jab. There's nothing wrong with that. Apparently, that's fine according to the NRL.
As here we go, we've got Matt McLaren feeding the scrum, and it goes out the back. Gee, not a great pass, but it was taken nicely by Walsh.
There's Henry with the ball.
Yeah, Henry trying to step through. 20 metres away on that far side of the ground, probably 20 metres in from the far side. Bumping away these Chris Shepherd there.
Great
Lakes halfback. And here's McLaren. They've got some space out there, West. Can they get over the line? He's lost the ball. Well, was he stripped? Yes, he was. He was stripped in the process of scoring a try, so the penalty goes to Western Suburbs. You are allowed to do that, but
yes,
the penalty was given. I thought
you were allowed to strip the ball if they are trying to score a try.
Yes, that's what I thought, but he must have deemed he wasn't close enough to scoring the try. McLaren, they're only about 5 metres away here, West. McLaren goes out the back. Onto the ground is Tracy. And now here's Hendry. He's only 10 metres away, about 12 in from this near side of the ground. In at dummy half there was Gorton. Gave it short away to Dryden. A few changes on the ground now for Western Suburbs. McLaren again. West, they've been frustrated so far. Lakes keep turning them away again and again. Walsh with a kick. It hasn't been cleaned up by Lakes. It's been dived on in the end. And it's going to be a goal line dropout now for the Seagulls.
Goes to show that ball's still slippery. That could have gone anywhere then. Could have easily been a West try if the ball just rolled towards the player laying on the ground. Here's a replay.
Trying to see who got a hand to it, because the flying through was the...
Come off a Lakes player there and then been grounded. So
it was Clint Davies who was flying through. Just couldn't get on the end of it.
So Graham Stairs called that a line dropout. I think that's the correct decision. Well, it would be anyway if it was a knock-on. So of course it was a correct decision.
Yeah, there's I'm just looking in the background on the screen there with the Bar TV guys doing the promo for the first grade game. The three amigos down there, Morgan Campbell and Pete Jolly and Josh Leeson down there as well. And they're all primed ready for the first grade later on today. It's McLaren. Well, here we go. West, they've They've been frustrated so often down here. Here's a short ball away. West have got some space out here. Taking it is Pullman. Can he get it
He's
down?
gone out. The referee, the touch judge has put his flag
Well,
up.
the flag's up. The bar TV. Oh, gee, there's a bit of push and shove. Gee. Thought there was I think it was a jersey punch there. There was no sin binnable offence. It was the old grab the jersey and...
I believe that was Lee McClintock there covering the ground to make the tackle over the sideline. I could be wrong, but we'll see in the replay in a moment. But that was great work to stop that try. And here it is.
Well, the Bar TV guys in the corner, they almost got cleaned up by Pullman there. Here's the ball wide.
Here he goes. He's in for all money, and it is McClintock.
Here we go.
Coming down, and where it is, he is definitely out.
Well, I'd like to see another angle. He could have got that down. He was flying through with Kelly trying to...
Oh, and then
everyone
face.
came in. A little push in the face from Goulmy there.
An open hand push to the face.
Open palms are plenty these days.
A bit like Hulk Hogan. It's all good.
Well, our producer, Jack, said he thinks he got it down. I tell you what, I wouldn't be disagreeing. I'd like to see that from the front on angle, but we don't have that camera here today, unfortunately. So we'll have to say try to West there.
It'll go down in the history books as no one knows.
As Lakes
big
bring
defence.
it forward. I think I'm going to have made some enemies with some Lakes fans after saying that. As here, well, it's great because we got the Bar TV replay up on the big screen, so everyone here can see what is happening out there when we have a look back. Is taking it forward. It's Burgess again going for a run. He's up to the 40-metre line on the last play for Lakes. 23 and a half gone. Reserve grade grand final. Ben Homer and Isaac Butterfield in commentary, and we've had a cracker so far. Hendry bringing it forward. Oh, hitting good solid tackle there. Ben Stone was down there in turn with Kelly.
Jack Kelly, great work there around the legs.
For a small man, he's put on a very big hit there.
Mate, it was textbook. That was beautiful.
Well, we look at NRL players. Joel Edwards as one of the best tacklers far as I've seen.
Absolutely.
I don't know what's happened to Joel. I know he's been injured.
He
been
played last week
Canberra.
in
for the Mounties, did he?
Yes, he did. He played for the Mounties last week. He was great when he played for the Knights up here. He's been a bit quiet for Canberra the last couple of years. I think he's had a few injuries and whatnot, but he is a great defender. If any young fellas out there want to know how to tackle, watch Joel Edwards play. He'll teach you exactly how to do it.
And that's what it looked like from Jack Kelly there. That hit he put on was Joel Edwards-esque. Bring it forward. Goulmy stepping away. Gee, he's got some good evasive skills there. The custodian from Lakes.
Absolutely.
Now, almost he sliced straight through here. Lakes away, and it looked like I'm trying to get the number plate of him, and going out of dummy half here is Randall, and Randall's got plenty of space. They're only 45 metres away. A couple of big runs there from West. It was Uta who went for that run, the winger, straight up the middle of the ground, and here's Goulmy. I think he tried to hold that in one hand, but it was Uta going for a run just in the middle of the park, and he sliced straight through them.
That was massive from Uta. He got straight in there, straight up the middle, and carved through the defence. The quick play of the ball and the scoot from the dummy half in Randall and made about another 20, 30 metres. That was great stuff. No drop ball there. They're in great position to score a try.
There he is, Uta, just slicing right through them. Then Randall straight on the back of it. Another fantastic run. Good defence there from West to get on the end of it. And then of course the spill ball.
And Brody Lamb just with the ball there.
Brody Lamb it was. Not Goulmy, as I said. Correct myself. Brody Lamb with the loose carry. And Western Suburbs bring it forward now through Willis Alatini. Winger on that far side of the ground. McLaren goes short away to Tracy. Tracy getting up slowly to play the ball. Goes to McLaren. Inside from Walsh. Good charge there up towards the halfway line there from West. The big number 15, Dryden.
He's been busy today, Dryden. He's involved in everything. Great defence and big hard running. As we see a knock on here from West.
What do you think's going on for West at the moment? They just seem like they can't get into the game.
It just seems like everything seems to be going right for them. They just can't convert these opportunities, which in a grand final, if you do not do, you will not win. And Lakes seem to be grasping every opportunity they have, and they scored in the corner with McClintock out of what seemed to be nothing, and they've ended up being, after 26 minutes, 4-0 up on the scoreboard. We're about to go into half-time. It'll be interesting to see if anyone scores as the ball comes out of the Lake scrum. But it'll be very interesting to see if anyone scores in the next 5 minutes or so. That'll really change the pace of the game.
Well, bring it forward is Stone again here for the Seagulls. 40 metres out, 20 metres in from this near side of the ground. Here's Randall. Gets the ball away to Uta. He's done a lot of work through the middle of the ground as Mayo Uta.
And Togatese's back on the field for Lakes. He's about to have a hit up here, I think.
Also Skelly. Skelly's come on as well, the two front row. She's got fantastic ball skills, Togatese.
Absolutely.
And that's exactly what you want in a big
and
man.
There's a shoulder charge here. No forward pass called, I think, but there's a Lakes player down. It'll be interesting to see what happens here.
We'll see. I think all the Lakes fans will be looking at the big screen here on this one, see if there was a late hit.
The referees, I don't know, can the referee look at the big score, the big screen as well? Is that a...
I don't think he'd be able to, just because
here's the replay
for the rest of the season.
Yeah.
May have been off the ball, actually.
So he has to shut his eyes when the big screen comes up. He can't change his decision.
Here it was. Yes. Oh, it wasn't too late. No, I'm
just
fine
hit
with
him in a
that.
bad spot. And West have come up lucky again here. Lakes were on the charge there. They were very lucky to lose the ball there, or forward pass rather. So Lakes are West are going to have another opportunity to come out of their own territory, put the ball down, and try and defend Lakes, get an early kick, and try and get the ball in good ball again.
Well, I think, Isaac, Wests have been good in all departments apart from getting over the line in the end. They've had a good kicking game. They've run it back well. They've got themselves in the position to score. They just haven't been able to get it over the line. I think that's testament to Lake's outstanding defence.
Absolutely, Ben. And defence wins big games, as we almost see half a break there. There's a Lakes player down. He seems to be the hooker. No, he's all right. He's back.
Randall just getting back into the defensive line and charging it forward is Dryden now. The headgear. I think the only West player in the headgear, Dryden. Here's McLaren. Goes short away. They're only 30 metres away here. West there. Raised his hand to the sky. It's the fifth play now. McLaren goes all the way back, and Walsh puts it high, and charging through is Moran, but, oh, gee.
Go dead.
Gourmet lets it bounce, and that's always a problem. It's like a grenade when you let it bounce. It could go anywhere.
Absolutely.
Exploding in all directions.
That's a bit of a coach killer letting it bounce, but I think in that circumstance, he didn't really have much of an option. The wind was making that ball go everywhere, and it was a great kick from the 5/8.
Here's Skelly. Well, he's passed every test asked to him, Gourmet, so far with the bombs. This will be the first tackle now. 0 tackle off the 20-metre. Great run there. Taking it back was Glow. I should say not Glow, it was Smith. Taking it forward is Stone. West flying up again out of in the defensive line. Togatese looks like he's ready for another hit up. They go wide. And Law losing the ball, putting it down.
Another lost ball.
Putting it down over there was Blake Smith. And West come away with it. Another good opportunity for West at the end of this set. As that's Alatini. Bit of a tongue twister. Here's Walsh. Skelly out there. Swings him to ground with his front row partner, Togatese. McLaren gets it wide to Hendry. Stepping back, Togatese doing a lot of work out there for Lakes again. Gee, gets his hands dirty when he's out there, Togatese.
He sure does, and for a front row, got a great set of hands, and he's just been involved in everything today. He hasn't been caught with the ball, I don't think, yet in a play the ball, but he's certainly been offloading and passing off acting half. He's been flat out today, Togatese.
So fifth play now for Wests. McLaren. He's going to stab a little kick in. And can't bring it back now with Kelly. Oh, gee, if he didn't stumble to the ground, he would have been able to make 10, 15 more metres. I think West were... Well, there was plenty of space in the West defensive line. They were jagging, and here's Gourmet. We know how good a step he's got.
West needed a repeat set there. That was a bit of a nothing kick from the hooker.
I'm just looking at Togatese's stats. He's played 10 first grade games, so only the two from the stats. Only 2 games for this reserve grade side. So it shows you why he is one of the best players out on the ground. The most experienced player in terms of first grade games on the ground. No one's played more than 10.
And it certainly shows. He's really doing whatever he wants out there today.
He's here going wide from Randall. It was a lovely ball. It was from Lamb, and then they got away to Davis. Davis steps inside. Hendry makes a fantastic tackle, and they're only 7 metres away here, Lakes.
Great defence there.
Dummy half gets the ball from Shepherd. They go wide to Kelly. They've got numbers out here if they can shift it, but Stone Stone still Stone. Stone still going. Can he get the ball down?
Oh,
I
it's
think
a
he
try.
did get it down.
That's
well,
a try.
surely Ben Stone has got the ball
The
down.
referee's called it.
Graham Stairs awarded it. Well, what a put down. It was the perfect angle for a camera shot from up here. Graham Stair points to the spot, and Lakes go ahead by 8-0.
Ben Stone, that's a great try. The referee didn't even see it. It was his touch judge reporting it that saw it. It was a great view from our cameras. You see they come wide here. McClintock was calling it, but he backed himself. He was still going here, held up over the line, and somehow right here, ball on the line, try.
Here we go. We're going to get a good angle of it here. Here we go. Here we go. Oh, I think he dropped that. Isaac. I think he dropped that. West's fans, well, they won't be impressed. What did you think?
Well,
You think he dropped
I've already
it?
declared it a try, so I can't go back on my word. But after watching that, perhaps I'm wrong.
Gee whiz. Well, from where I was, I thought it looked to be a try, and the touch judge must have thought the same. But here's Kelly again. He's had one chance from out here, so I'm thinking he'll probably try and start this a little bit further to the right, going on his last one with that wind coming across.
The last
him.
one went straight across the front of the post. If he can just get this one inside the right hand upright, it may, due to my extreme kicking experience, it may go straight over the black dot. Perhaps I'm completely wrong. Let's find out. He's about to come in for the kick.
Well, there we go. He started it wide.
What a shame he listened to me.
He started it wide, but I think he started it too wide on that occasion, so maybe not enough wind. Would be frustrating as a goal kicker. The wind comes up for your first kick, and then it
Especially
goes
on a
down,
day like today.
going everywhere, and we've got a minute and a half to. Well, we actually haven't got a
20
minute and a half. We've
seconds.
got 20 seconds. I think that was because they didn't stop the clock. We had our clock stopped, like the clock should stop,
Like professionals.
when we had an injury, and the scoreboard attendants here didn't. So I think you guys to the right of me, my producers, might be in need of a promotion. Hunter Stadium timekeepers next season for the NRL, or is that a demotion?
There's the siren. There's the first half, done and dusted. 8-0. Lakes over West, the reserve grade grand final. Ben, it's all happening.
Oh, well, it was an interesting half. West really dominated the opening exchanges, then Lakes fought back. What do you think West have got to do in the second half?
Well, West, they need to convert on their opportunities, and that's just what they're not doing at the moment. They've got good ball every now and then, and they're just not scoring. I mean, Lakes have had two opportunities, and both times they've scored with McClintock and Stone. Stone with a bit of a dubious one, but McClintock both in that right-hand corner. They need to really harden up that defence in the right-hand corner, and on the other edge, they've made a bit of ground down there too. But it'll certainly be interesting coming into this second half what's going to happen.
Now, what do you think Craig Martini's going to say to Lakes United?
He'd be telling them, keep doing what you're doing, keep your second phase play alive, keep popping that ball out when you can and when it's not too dangerous. Make sure you're defending, you're still flying up out of the line, bumping off of those tackles. The hits and spins have been really good for Lakes. They've been having especially the hooker from West, Liam McKenna, flying out of the line, but they keep breaking away from him, popping up a little offload. I'm sure Craig will drill into them at half-time how important it is to keep the tempo up, keep the quick play the balls coming, and keep converting on those opportunities.
Well, that's half-time. We're going to take a quick break. We'll be back in the second half with some more. It's Lakes United leading Western Suburbs by 8 points to 0. Hello and welcome back to the second half here at Hunter Stadium. Lakes United up against West in the reserve grade grand final. With me in commentary is Isaac Butterfield, and Lakes with the 8-0 lead. Isaac, and West keeping them waiting.
Absolutely. West are playing mind games, but here they come out on the field, led by Michael Hendry out onto the field at the moment. And it is a long time. 35 minutes in this grade is a long time to score 8 points. This is by no means over. It's only just beginning.
Well, here we go. We saw Lakes knock on off the kickoff, so see what West can do.
And they've got the wind as well in this half, Lake, so they'll love that. West will not like that. You can see the West hooker there. Liam McKenna sending back his troops. Get back on the dead ball line, he says, because this one's going to go long.
Well, the wind sort of has changed directions. It's coming straight behind Lakes now, isn't it? We're sort of going across the ground before it is the kickoff.
Massive kick.
Well, there you go.
Out on the full.
You picked it straight out on the full.
Somebody give me a race, please.
That's outstanding, Isaac.
Goodness me.
Best call all season. Grand final day, the reserve grade. That almost ran into the third row of the grandstand down there on the hill here at Hunter Stadium.
Yeah, mate, 17 years of rugby league, I've finally said something worthwhile.
McKenna taking the tap, and now West. I'm still gonna struggle to get over that. Now Luke Single. McKenna again. Getting the ball short away to Caselli. Looks like most of the starting lineup are back out there. It wasn't Caselli, it was Tom Madden there. Here's McKenna again. Gets the ball short away to Moran. So only 30 metres away. Great start for West in the second half, just as they did in the first half. Lakes an error off the kickoff, and again, same thing in the second half. Here's Beer taking it forward for the Rosellas. Now with Walsh, little chip and chase. Getting back and taking it beautifully. There was Jackson Davis, and Davis goes across the ground. He's up over the 10-metre line. And Lakes will start a set right in front of their sticks, 10 metres out.
They're lucky for Lakes. They're on the back foot, but they really need to really dig their heels in here and have a big set with their forwards and their centres and wingers helping out and just get that kick downfield and start it all again.
Here's another good run from Uta, taking it up towards the 30-metre line. Lakes United with the ball. He's Burgess. 20 metres in from this near touchline in there was the West hooker, McKenna, with the tackle. Run at a dummy half from Randall. I think he's been out there the whole match as Chris Randall. Been a fantastic player for Lakes United this year. 14 matches, 8 tries. So he played in all, well, not all of their matches, but 14 out of the 17, I think, before today. 16 before today. So that's a pretty good
That's a big
return.
effort. That's a big effort for a semi-pro player. These blokes are.
It's been a long season with only the 7 sides. Normally the 18 rounds, but it's been drawn out with the 14 rounds, which has had to happen due to the lower amount of teams. As here is McKenna in at dummy half again, getting the ball out the back to Walsh. He goes further out, and again Hendry spills the ball, and here's a chance for Lakes United with Lamb, and Lamb's got some space near this near side. It's a great run. Has he been put over the sideline? Well, did he get the ball back? The referee says he put his foot on the sideline. We might have a look at the replay. We'll see if we've got it, but Graham Stairs giving the scrum feed to Western Suburbs, but I think he may have just put his foot on the sideline there.
The touch judge, I'm not sure if she was sure because she put a flag straight up and then went straight down again because he offloaded. It'd be interesting to see what happened there.
Yes, because he definitely went into touch, but whether he...
Did he have the ball?
Yes, here we
go.
Here's
a replay. William Hill replay on Bar TV.
Wasn't a bad attempt. It's a
great run.
Oh, it was. Down the near side. Didn't have much space.
He's definitely gone out.
I think maybe there. Yep. Yeah,
so
good
flag's
call.
up, but it's down. I don't know. I thought touches kept their flag up. Anyway, that doesn't matter as the West boys are back on the attack.
Yeah, good call. And McKenna, Western Suburbs now. It's a space down the middle of the ground. He almost burst straight through there to Tom Madden.
That's a great hot line there from Tom Madden.
Perfect angle. Perfect hole running there from Tom Madden. Now stepping is Walsh. He sliced straight through Blake Walsh. It'll be hard to stop him. He'll go over. Wests are back in the game now. It's 8-4 with a kick to come. Graham Stair points to the spot. And it was just, well, it was coming, wasn't it, Isaac? There were holes all over in the Lakes' defence.
Absolutely.
And they finally cracked.
Straight from that run from Tom Madden, we saw a play earlier. He ran that hot line, perfect hole angle. You see he plays the ball there, and the ball comes out here to Walsh, and he just carves straight through. They were at 6s and 7s. He went straight through a gaping hole off a little missed tackle and scores. And well, I mean, what can you say? That's what happens in these games. Opportunities come out of nowhere.
Well, I'm putting that down to Tom Madden. That was a fantastic run, straight across the ground like an arrow from wide out. It was a classic classic back rower run. Playing it lock.
It was, and it didn't make too many metres, but it certainly put everyone else offside. And by offside, I mean they were all at 6s and 7s. I was thinking, oh no, I've got to get repositioned. I've got to be here, here, and here. And then next run, Ryan Walsh comes out, throws a little dummy, little step, and he's straight over the try line.
Here's the kick from Hendry. We've had all kicks from the same spot in this one.
This is the try corner. It's all happening down here.
They're loving. The fans are getting their money's worth in the southwestern corner, down into the nest actually. Probably can't see that too much of an angle to get on the camera.
The boos are coming from the crowd as Hendry comes in, and it's waved away.
See, that isn't that funny? The first half that would have gone straight through, I think, from
Yes,
Hendry.
it would have.
And the wind is just going everywhere today.
It's all happening here at Hunter Stadium. Weather conditions. It was pouring this morning during the under-19s grand final, and it's fined up now, but the clouds are still threatening.
Well, I'm loving that because it means that we've got a good chance of extra time. If they get over again, Lakes, Morgan was talking about it in the game before, hoping for a bit of extra time. Yep. And it's taken nicely down there by Ryan Walsh.
Charging run there. Nick Mannion puts his head down and just pumps his legs.
And he's short away. Some good defence here from Lakes. Yep. Off the kickoff after they knocked it way out on the fall off the kickoff. He's stepping and going wide. There is Tracy for Wests. Probably 5 metres in from that far touchline now. The Rosellas. McKenna gets the ball away to McLaren. Wide to Luke Single. Lost a bit of ground there, Western Suburbs. Now with McKenna again. Bring it wide. Gaselli gets dumped 5 metres short of the halfway line. There's Hendry. Goes back to Ryan Walsh. Walsh puts the kick down. Taken by Goulmy. And Goulmy stepping, still going. Up over the 30-metre line.
He reminds me a lot of Josh Dugan, the way he steps and moves, and he's really light on his feet.
I was actually going to say Tuivasa-Sheck as well.
Yes.
Jinking and
absolutely.
stepping. There's Randall.
I was actually going to say Martin Lang, but anyway, moving on.
Oh, yeah, that would go straight over my head. I think before my time.
Martin Lang, straight and hard. That's all he knew.
Here's Togatisi. Wide now. And went through the hands from Skelly. And then wider still to Glow. Here's Skelly again. Good footwork from Skelly. I should say Burgess. It was Burgess taking it forward. Two blonde.
Same haircuts.
Blonde hair, yeah, they have. There's a kick up there from Kelly. It's gone straight up in the air. Hendry coming forward. He takes it beautifully.
Good take.
And Kelly made a good tackle. He was the first one down there. And he's 20 metres out from his own goal line. So a little bit of a battle in the second half, Isaac.
Absolutely, and that was a great take from Hendry under pressure in the wind, and he went straight for it and took it. That's the big plays, the plays that go unnoticed that really will win a grand final for a team.
Well, here's Caselli now on the ball for West. They're 10 metres short, 12 metres short of the halfway line. Here's McKenna, goes short away to Single. Another good run from Luke Single. Western Suburbs front rower.
Nearly lost that in the play the ball there, but held on to it.
Here's McKenna, a scamper out of dummy half. He's made a really good run. Goes wide to Tracy. Tracy's got heaps of space. Lake's going backwards. Gets the ball wide to Pullman. Pullman, can he get it down? He will get it down. And West go over again. And what a second half they are having. The opening 8 minutes, they've gone over twice. And we are all locked up, Isaac.
As I said, eight points is absolutely nothing in a grand final, and we've seen it in 8 minutes. 8 points in 8 minutes. Great stuff from the West boys. They're shifting at either side of the ruck, and they're taking their chances and attacking the edges, which seems to be the weak points for the Lakes boys at the moment.
What about this run from McKenna? That was outstanding. And then Tracy, the Lakes defence were going backwards.
Absolutely.
I think that played against them. They probably need to go at Tracy there. Got the ball wide, and Pullman was shut the gate time.
That carving run from McKenna had everyone turned around and then shifting it and getting it out to your edges. That's what will score tries on the edge.
What do you think's killing Lakes at the moment? First half, they look so dominant in defence. Second half, all of a sudden, they're opening up left, right, and centre.
If something goes against you at the start of the game, so a few calls go against you, the opposition scores a try, you start to question yourself and you start to freak out a little bit. It takes someone with a real calm nerve just to say to the squad, righto, let's start again. It's 0-0, as it is actually on the scoreline. It's 8-8, so no one's winning at the moment, with a kick to come, of course. But it'll take someone calm with a cool head just to calm the boys down and say, listen, let's just kick it down there, defend hard, and see what we can come up with.
Well, far side of the ground, it's a big kick here from Hendry. All the kicks have been difficult today, wide out, and with the wind blowing a gale out there today. Pretty much coming straight at Hendry now from what the flags are telling us. And he's missed that one on the near side, I believe, from what we saw up here. A couple of interchanges from Lakes coming onto the ground. It looks like Wollaston's come back on and Matt Bridge strolling onto the ground. The bench actually is Togatisi and Skelly coming off, so I think they're just going to rest up for the final 10-15 minutes when they come back on, make a real impact at the back end of the game.
They'll definitely need it then, the Lakes boys. They'll need their forwards being strong and running hard.
There's it taken at the back by Walsh. It's a short ball and charging it forward. Big front rower for them. Marn. I should say, how do you say his name?
It's Nick Marn Nick Marn.
Nick Marn?
Nick Marn, Nick Mannion. Nick, good on you, Nick. Killing it. Playing really well, mate.
Here's McKenna. Going for a run, goes short to Marn. Haven't called his name too often today. McKenna again. Goes wide. It's the ball. It's a short ball to McLaren and then further wide to Hendry now.
But West really needed their front rowers to stand up, and they have in this opening stanza of the second half.
And he's wide. Back for McLaren. It's come off his boot. Not one of his best efforts. Going back low. He takes it beautifully, the second rower. And it's a penalty to Lakes for inside the 10 from West there.
Now that's a let off. Lakes have been under the pump for the last couple of minutes, and that's a big let off for Lakes.
Not a bad touch finder at all either. Straight over the
25 minutes. Meters.
Yeah, well, more than what you see in the NRL regularly.
Absolutely, they're really trying to get forward, and Lakes are in a good position here. Let's see what they can come up with.
There's Glow. He made a great grab on the ball a moment ago, facing his own goal line. Burgess,
and he lost it.
Spilt the ball there. Get away with that one, Lakes. Just grabbed hold of it at the last minute. Here's Randall. Goes to Burgess. Wide to Kelly. Goes short. Almost getting through with Stone. Kelly in at tummy half again for Lakes. Gets the ball to Burgess in the middle of the ground. He's got good footwork. We've seen that. Chance Burgess. And there's Kelly. Brings it wide. On the ball is Shepherd. He gets it short away to Goulmy. Goulmy's only 5 metres away now for the Seagulls. Lamb in at dummy half. So scored already. There's a great kick from Shepherd.
Try.
And charging through to score is Randall. And what a try there from the Seagulls. Stair points to the spot. And it's 12-8 and they're back in front, Lakes.
There you go. We can just change so quickly in this game. And Randall scores a great try there off an excellent grubber. And all of a sudden, Lakes are back in front and West are thinking, what happened there?
We'll have a look at the replay. But Randall, well, West didn't read that at all. Lakes are reading straight off the same page there. Shepherd with the kick. Here it is. Goulmy almost sliced through there. Almost got the offload to Davis. And then here it is, Lamb. Yeah.
Perfectly weighted grubber. Comes in, picks it up, try. They've been working on that one. They must have a good relationship in the team there. Perfectly kicked for him, and the boys love it.
And you'd expect this kick from Kelly. It's not one that you'd say you'd throw over, but it's not an overly difficult one. It's sort of halfway.
Could we see our first goal all the day?
Medium difficulties, yeah. We've got to pop the stream as the Lakes United fans down in the nest. Looking a bit subdued down there at the moment, actually.
There's plenty of supporters in the stand in where we are at the moment. It's building until first grade. This is a great spectacle for the Newcastle Rugby League.
Well, here is Kelly. He hits it beautifully.
Yeah,
We've seen our first goal of the afternoon, and it is 14-8. Lakes leading Western Suburbs with 21 minutes and 8 seconds to go. in the reserve grade fixture as we warm up for the grand final here on grand final day. Hunter Stadium, so just over 14 minutes gone in the second half. Ben Homer and Isaac Butterfield in commentary. And gee, that's gone high, and it's just sitting up there. Taken beautifully by Kelly. And Kelly's got extra space. Here's Hendry. Oh, great tackle from Hendry, but he gets back up there, Kelly. Gee, everyone ran past him and then gets it up to the halfway line. Kelly and Lakes will go on the attack again at the back end of this set.
Kelly pulled something out of absolutely nothing there. That was a horrendous kick. It was so high up in the air, no one knew what was going on, and Kelly got into space and put the pedal down and made a good extra 20 metres.
Randall goes to Burgess. Burgess, another good run. Gee, I thought that was an offside. Is there
a forward pass there?
Oh, he has called a forward pass. I thought there was some offside players there from West. Burgess throws it away in disgust. Disappointed there with the forward pass, and just maybe a little turning point in this one, Isaac.
There was a bit of a line ball, and I mean, those are the decisions that can go either for you or against you. And for Burgess there, it went against him, and that's a big let off for West. They were on the back foot after conceding a try, and you're seeing the replay here. This is the play before coming up to it. They'll put one out to Burgess, who'll be taking straight on the advantage line, and 50-50 call, that's for sure, but we're back at live action now.
Western Suburbs with the ball, taking it forward. There was the winger. I've always struggled with this one. Alatini. And now it's with Gorton. We've got the Vuvuzelas.
The Vuvuzelas are going. Yeah. It's all happening here, grand final day for the Tui's Cup.
They're banned in South Africa now at the rugby, not rugby league, but I know they're definitely banned at the rugby, the Vuvuzelas, after the
Too much ruckus.
Yeah. The hum that you heard at the Soccer World Cup in 2010. Here's McLaren getting it wide. Little jink and step from Moran. Western Suburbs, they would have felt so good getting back into the game after being down 8-0, and now they're back behind again. They've got to fight back once again in this one.
This one's an arm wrestler, we've said before, and it'll go either way, right down to the death, and whoever's there on the death will obviously be the winner, but we'll see what happens then.
Well, nicely trapped there from Davis on the feet. It was not a bad kick from Walsh down low. It was a hard one to take, wobbling around the place. Lakes United bring it forward. I was having a look at the first grade, the players that are in the lineup today, the first grade games they have played. Lakes, 31 out of their players, they've played 31 first grade games combined, and for Western Suburbs only 22.
So the experience will show today, and you'll see later on in the game, there's still 18 minutes to go in this half, in this grand final, in fact, and you'll see that later on. The next 10 minutes, your experience will really show.
They want to grab this. Oh, he spilled the ball, I think he has. Well, I was going to say, Alatini had to grab that because there was a charge down, and it would have been a scrum feed to Lakes.
You can see from the Lakes' reaction there, they know this is a massive, massive moment in the grand final. Can they capitalise on it?
Well, here it was. It definitely deflected off one of the West players. It was played at. Hands were up, and then Alatini, the little one there, hoping the ref didn't see it. Graham Stair was Johnny on the spot, and it's, well, a massive chance of the sun's out. Sun's out first time today, I'd have to say, do you think?
I think it's pretty much the first time today, and it's certainly warming up and getting ready for the main game, the first grade grand final, as Lakes feed the scrum. Perhaps it'll be a nice hot affair. Who knows?
Here's McClintock. Here's his speed. You were talking about McClintock. And jumping on his back where there was Moran going for a bit of a ride, but it was a good idea from him. If you can't stop him, just jump on his back and pull him down from behind. And now a short ball away. There's space everywhere at the moment. It was Blake Smith almost slicing through.
And Lakes had massive numbers on the left-hand side. Then they could have shifted it.
And we've got a forward pass again. Is it here? I didn't see a lost ball there.
I believe
Smith.
It must be a lost ball.
We'll see if we can have a look at the replay. Some of the fans looking up to the big screen. Lakes fans.
As they feed the scrum, the West.
Here is the replay. Not much going on in the game, so we'll have a look back. Here it is, Blake Smith. It must have been the pass before.
Must have been. I thought it was a handover, but obviously not.
It's here because it would have been only second or third tackle. McClintock went wide, and then that seemed like a second place. I think it must have been the forward pass there. Graham Stair calling it up, and Western Suburbs now 40 metres out from their own goal line. They dodge a bullet there. They'll be happy with that. Taking it forward was Luke Single. And now it's wide. Lovely ball. Beautiful to Davies. Gets it back on the inside to Alatini.
Almost an intercept there. It went begging.
Here's Davies. Gets it to Ryan Walsh. Goes short away to Beer. Stair has the arm raised again on the 5th play. McKenna gets the ball wide to Walsh. Walsh to McLaren. McLaren to Tracy. Tracy tries to throw the ball to the winger Pullman, and he put it down.
Tracy could have put it through their hands there. It was still, the opportunity was still there. There was numbers.
And step here from Uta. He's been good today. Built low to the ground. Very powerful. Very slow play the ball there. Oh, has got some strapping on the right quad. Oh, here's a big tackle. Driven into the ground by McLaren. Thought I heard a whistle there. Maybe from the crowd. Probably see on your screen the grandstand on the far side, not very populated. They're not opening that one for today, but there is a massive crowd on this near side, Isaac.
It is packed in here, and I'm not sure how many people. I don't want to guess either because they'll probably be extremely off, but it is packed up there. I could barely find a seat to smash the hot dog that I took from the canteen, and it's just building closer and closer we get to first grade.
Here's the ball back from Randall. Puts a little stabbing kick down towards the corner. Hendry takes it, 5 out from his own goal line, and runs it back. I think it was Shepherd maybe that slipped over, trying to make the tackle. It was Kelly actually. Slipping over, and Hendry went straight past him.
Hendry got up very gingerly from that tackle then.
Alatini. Yeah, he looks like he has a little bit of a bandage on his head, just under his headgear. A little bit of white strapping I was checking, so whether that happened in the first half. He's playing the ball was Tracy, and now a great run from Hendry. He was winding up.
He's fine. He's back.
No injury for him. He's just flying up into the defensive line of Lakes there. It's wide now for Beer. Throws the pass. Goes backwards. Well, it's further gone backwards, and it's a penalty for West. Well, here's a chance. We said, Isaac, a few moments ago when West knocked on the ball, Alatini knocked it on. He said, big chance for Lakes. I think this is equally as big a moment here for West. Not a great touch finder.
Absolutely. The arm wrestle is still going on. As we see the replay here, the William Hill replay here on Bar TV. Just taking the line. A bit of a knock on there, but given the penalty. Oh, no, he's pulled. Is that where he's called the penalty there for that?
Yes, it was late.
Okay, gotcha.
It was very late, yeah.
Back to live action now.
14-8. Ben Homer, Isaac Butterfield in commentary with you here on Bar TV. The reserve grade grand final. Davey straightening up. He's only 20 metres away. 10 in from the near side of the ground. Dummy half is Gorton. Goes back to Walsh. Still Walsh. He goes it wide. Goes further wide to McLaren. Now on to Hendry. Hendry stepping. Looks like he has spiders on him there. Lakes have got to get 3 into the tackle. Togatese lays on top of him.
They're in great position here, West. What are they going to come up with?
McLaren in at dummy half. Walsh gets it wide to Price. Going through the hands. Further wide to Davies. Davies with the offload. No forward pass. I thought it may have been. Lakes fans giving him a standing ovation for that defence. Price gets it back to Walsh. Walsh, another little chip kick into the end goal. What a kick under pressure. Lakes, can they get it out? Oh, full marks there. Ryan Walsh under pressure. Little stab kick. And they get a repeat set.
And Benny, often a repeat set is just as good as a try. They're going to have another opportunity to attack the Lakes line, and they're under pressure already. So this will be very interesting to see what happens from Lakes here and what West will throw at them again.
Well, you just saw Ryan Walsh on screen a moment ago. Outstanding kick. They needed something big there from their 5'8", and he delivered it in spades. And now Lakes' second dropout of the afternoon for yes, it is the afternoon for them.
Here's Dryden.
Dryden bringing it back. Randall was there to meet him. It wasn't a bad dropout at all. Starting 35 out. Yeah, it was a beautiful kick. Charging it is Green now. In at dummy half is Cody Beer. Here's Beer. Goes to McLaren. McLaren on to Hendry. Hendry's got more space out there. He's been terrorising the right-hand side defence of Lakes. He gets up, Hendry. Plays it to Beer. Beer goes short. Oh, again, it's been put down by Pullman. Just going for too much, I think. I don't think there was... Well, it's gone over the dead ball line, so we're a 20-metre tap, and that is a very interesting rule that you've got to be thinking when you knock on the ball, if you kick it over the dead ball line, it's a silly thing to do because all of a sudden it's 7 tackles now for Lakes.
Yeah,
but just
absolutely.
going back to that, there was
Penalty.
Here's a penalty.
High tackle.
We'll go further back to the... That's a coach killer, isn't it?
Absolutely.
Compounding the error. But there was no numbers out there. Throwing the cutout pass to Pullman. He had no space and he had defenders all around him and wasn't a great pass either.
It's a desperate play, and that's what they need to throw. That's what they're throwing at them at the moment. It's just desperation. They need this try. Lakes are going to put they're in a motion now where they can look to either try and score more points or go for the field goal.
There's Lamb with a tap. Already scored one this afternoon. Goes short. Getting up and playing the ball for them there was Sattler. Shouldn't say not Sattler. It was Glow. We haven't seen Sattler this afternoon. I'm assuming he isn't playing. He would have been the man to drop off the bench for them from what we've seen so far.
Tagatese coming from the field.
Another stint for him, and Skelly, his front row partner in crime, going onto the ground.
That's
another penalty. Well, you think surely the 2 points here for Lakes.
It's a big kick from that side of the field. I think they might take the tap or go for touch.
They are.
Maybe another 10 metres in, you'd definitely go for the shot at the 2 points. But they're going to go for the try here, or at least a point, perhaps.
Yeah, 1 point wouldn't be a bad idea at all. He's Burgess going
big run.
right. Still Burgess going. Can he win the grand final for Lakes?
Oh, what a try.
Oh, what a fantastic try from Chance Burgess. He was bumping Rosellas off left, right and centre. And I think that could be the grand final for the Seagulls.
Oh, my God, Chance Burgess. That is unbelievable what you have just done. That is a massive run. Wow. I've got a massive smile on my face. I don't even go for either side. This is fantastic.
He was swerving across the ground.
Here's a replay.
What a run. Chance Burgess. He's been brilliant this afternoon. Here it is. Oh, just strength. He wasn't going to give up.
That was like Fui Fui Moi Moi for Parramatta years ago against the Storm. He scored in the corner.
Yeah, exactly right. That was just outstanding. And now Kelly's got a bit of cramp, so he's just stretching out.
Very strategic stretching there from Kelly.
Doing the Harbour Bridge pose. Unfortunately, the time is ticking, actually. Look at the big screen.
8 minutes to go. 8 minutes and 45 seconds to go.
Music pumping here at Hunter Stadium. Lakes fans are enjoying that. Not so much the Rosellas fans.
Yeah, there's 8 minutes to go, and as we saw in the start of this second half, 8 points was covered very quickly. So anything can still happen here. Well, Kelly needs to kick this, that's for sure. He needs to put him 2 points ahead.
Short kick-off, are you thinking?
You'd have to go for the short kick-off. There's not enough time to muck around. This is West. This is everything. This is what they trained 6 months, 8 months, 10 months, 12 months for.
Well, how often do you think you'd go through 4 grades in the real NRL and Wests don't win a grand final? I don't think that would happen very often.
Seen it. I haven't seen it in a long time. I can't remember. We need David Middleton up here.
Here's Kelly.
He's missed it.
Gee.
10 points of the difference with 8 minutes to go.
Put one over from a harder position than that before, I think.
This would be very interesting.
So, well, it was Hendry. He was sprinting back. But as we saw, it took West 8 minutes to rid themselves of the 8-0 deficit. That was 2 tries. And they haven't gone the short kick-off. It's gone deep. And here's Skelly running it forward, bumping over the West defence. He was met in a good tackle by Davies down there. A good run there from Lakes.
West are swarming in defence here. They need a turnover.
Randall goes to Burgess.
The try scorer.
What a day he's had. I think he'd be close to my man of the match so far.
Oh, after that try, just give him the cup, something. Give him something.
Some defence there from Glow, I should say. Caselli. And down towards the corner. Alatini mucked up one a moment ago. Does well there. Did well to control it with his feet.
Yeah, that was well controlled from Alatini there.
Picked it up. Learnt from a moment ago. Lakes pushing up in defence. West, they need something special here, Isaac.
And it doesn't look like much is coming from the West side here. That was almost a forward pass.
Got the ball to Green.
Seems to me they're very tired and they're just going through the motions at the moment. We'll see what happens, though.
Here's McLaren. They've got space out there. Almost slicing through with Caselli.
He's lost a boot.
McLaren. Yeah, there is the boot. Little chip and chase. And Lakes.
This will be interesting.
Knock on. I thought he may have knocked it on into a West player. Graham Stair thinking the same thing.
West
yes,
scrum
he
feed.
is. I did think that too. Graham Stair saw perfectly the knock on into from the Lakes play into the West player. I think it was Moran, the knock on into Moran, and West. Here's their chance. If they can get over here, we're going to have a grandstand finish, aren't we, Isaac?
Absolutely. Anything can happen in a grand final. If they can score here, anything could happen.
Here's why they really went through that spurt in the start of the first half. And now an offload away. The trainer's got to get off the ground for Lakes. Can he get the ball?
Try!
Yeah, he can.
Wow.
What a try there from Western Suburbs. Outstanding stuff from Alatini. He gets the ball down. He's made up for his mistake big time on that occasion.
That's a massive try. There's a Lakes injury down there. I think he's done something quite terrible to his knee. Come off with a lot of pain. But Alatini, what an amazing try. He had so much work to do as the William Hill replay here. You can watch it. They bring the ball out wide. It comes here.
Walsh's ball again there.
Oh, what a pass. And he's still got so much to work to do here, and he just palms through and try.
Outstanding. Oh, I hope we get to see this in slow. Look at this. The athleticism of wingers.
Wow.
What an afternoon. And Henry's going to take this one quickly. What a game. What a game we've had here,
This is fantastic.
All the games today have been close. Let's hope first grade's just as good. Can hear the booing. The Nesta getting up. They don't want him to put this one over. Henry from the sideline.
Oh, he's missed it.
Just put it wide.
Oh, I thought that was going over for all money.
I did too. 6-point gap. The wind's come across again here.
Yeah, that bloody wind.
It's changing. It's changing every 5 minutes. And haven't we got a finish coming up? Lakes 18, West 12. 4 minutes and 20 seconds to go, Isaac.
After 16 rounds, did you say 4 points is the difference in the grand final to reserve grade? Let's see what happens here. This will be very interesting. It's all playing out in front of everyone's eyes here on Bar TV.
Yeah, live here, Bar TV. 18-12. Lakes over West. It's a low kick-off. They've gone for the safety option there. Taking it down there is Dryden with the headgear. He charges it forward. Yeah, they didn't want to put that one out on the full with the wind. Short away and wide, but West's Alatini. That'll make him feel wonderful after the error midway through the first half. Gave Lakes a big chance. Here's Green bringing it forward. Off the bench.
3.5 minutes to go. They need something here. They need a big set, a big kick.
Here's McLaren. He goes wide. Big number 11 for West. Caselli on the ball. Really something out of nothing.
Absolutely. He had so much work to do, and this last 10 minutes, the rest have just got straight back in control of the game, and they're going straight forward.
Well, the people that have stood out for me, Chance Burgess for Lakes, and this man.
Oh, no.
That's a commentator's curse. Absolute commentator's curse. I was just about to say, Ryan Walsh, one of the best players on the park, and as always happens, spills the ball.
You got to feel for him there. There's so much going on in his head. He's deciding how fast I'm running, where am I going to pass it, who's going to throw me the ball in a very, very tight and stressful situation, and he just drops it. It's a horrible thing, rugby league, isn't it?
Right, he has been West's best player out there, definitely Ryan Walsh. Skelly just fumbling the ball there. Whoops, I don't know where it is. 2 minutes 50 to go in the game. Shepherd gets the ball to Smith now. So they'll probably get one chance minimum West now from here. Randall gave it wide to Kelly. Now back on the inside, Lakes, 35 metres. Very, very slow play the ball. Take as much time off the clock as they can. Here's Skelly, dummying and almost slicing through.
Still backing it up, still going forward.
We're 25 metres away here, the Seagulls. Randall gets it short away.
Shot.
Smith gets dumped on his backside.
Clint Davies, great tackle.
Brilliant
Stands
stuff.
over him.
And Skelly's almost standing.
Field goal.
There's a shot. Well,
He's got it.
Put it over. That'll be the grand final. That came out of nowhere.
Graham
there.
Zars called it. They've had a shot at goal, field goal, and it's 7 points the difference here in the grand final.
Well, that just took me by surprise. Did it take you by surprise?
I thought he was putting a bomb up.
Right.
I really thought he was putting a bomb up, and it's just gone over the post, and they've called a field goal.
Well, West weren't thinking about it either. They weren't back and set for the shot at field goal. They were just ready for the regular play.
As they kick it back off here, short kick off.
Well, do we have some more late drama? I think we do. Green's taken it. 6 to go, says Graham Stair. It was just a simple running with the ball. He decided I'll have a shot. And I'll just say, I think if West get over here, they won't have the shot at goal. They'll decline it, I'm pretty sure. 7 minutes to go, 7 points the difference. Walsh goes short. Unfortunately, it's come down to that error from Ryan Walsh, hasn't it, Isaac?
It has. They were in great position there, but unfortunately for Ryan, they're just a bit of a fumble there. But they're still trying. They haven't given up.
Good run there from Fraser Price. Got himself close to the line.
There's a minute to go.
Here's Walsh. He gets it short to Dryden. Can Dryden power his way over? Hey, he has got it down. West fans go up. Hold on a second.
This is big.
We've got 50 seconds to go and West have scored. I doubt they'll take the shot. He's not going. Well, he is. Is he going to take it? Well, actually, it's not a bad idea because they just need to get a field goal now, West. They need a field goal. Here we go. He's got to put it over.
He's got it.
He's done that. Tick the box.
All right, we've got 1 point the
19,
difference.
18.
30 seconds to go. This is all happening, Ben.
What about the kick? What about the shot from Kelly?
Oh, it was fantastic.
Nowhere, and what a moment that field goal was.
Here's a try from Dryden. Lakes are taking there all the time in the world to come back. There's 19 seconds to go. Dryden here, crashing over the line. Big, powerful charge. Kelly doesn't hit that field goal 30 seconds, 40 seconds earlier. They're level. They're level, but they're a point behind now. There's 13 seconds to go. Will we make the kickoff? Oh, they've called time off. The referee's called time off, so 13 seconds to go. There's the kickoff. 10 seconds to go.
Well, here we go, Walsh.
What are they going to do?
With? What's he going to try? He's going to spin it wide. Well, they got some space out there. Green goes to McLaren. He gets it wider still to Moran.
There's the siren. What are they going to do?
Goes in the background. They're going to throw it around here, West. It'll be good to watch.
They need 1 point.
Goes wide. West back on the inside now. Alatini. Can he get the ball
Play
away?
on.
He does. What a last play.
Skelly's got him. And Lakes have won the grand final. Wow.
What a last play there, Isaac. Lakes United have done the job. 19 points to 18 in the reserve grade grand final. Every player that was out there, what do we have, 38? They deserve a standing ovation. That was an outstanding match of rugby league.
What an amazing grand final in the reserve grade here at Tooheys Cup grand final day. That was perfect. That was everything that you want. Tries here, there, drop balls, massive moments. I mean, what more could you want in a grand final? The Lakes players are elated. The West players, they're dejected, but no one can. Everyone has to walk out of there with their heads held high because this has been a fantastic game of football.
Well, every time that you thought West were out of it, they just kept coming back. They just kept fighting back. Alatini went over in the corner. Then Dryden went over next to the post, and you thought, surely they can't win it. And then they're throwing the ball around. If they had got the ball wide on that last play, West, they had space.
It was very interesting if they got it wide.
They would have. I think they would have gone close to getting over, but although McGlintock was out there for Lakes, so
absolutely. But in the end, it was Jack Kelly's field goal. That was the difference in the grand final today. 19 points to 18, 1 point the difference. Wow.
It's hard to put it down. The error that allowed Kelly to take the shot, Ryan Walsh, he was probably thinking about 50,000 things, and he just spilt the ball on halfway, sat up Kelly, and Kelly took the shot and nailed it. And I don't think you can put it down to that. I think you put it down to the opening 10 minutes. West had 10 minutes on Lakes' goal line pretty much. They didn't get over the line, and that's going to cost them. And as you said, costs you in grand finals if you don't take advantage of those chances.
Absolutely. You can go down to several points throughout the game where something went wrong or everything didn't go right, you know, and it turns out today that 1 point was the difference. There were so many points in the game where it could have been extended to a different lead, or it could have been, anyone could have scored at any moment, but that's how it's played out today. And I mean, everyone walks away from this game with their heads held high. But for me, my moment of the game by far was Chance Burgess's try there 10 minutes or so ago. That was amazing. He ran like a barnstorming bull. He was straight through everyone. No one could handle him, and he scored. And that was the turning point for me in the game. That's when we knew that Lakes were on top of the game, and perhaps they were going to win.
Well, who would you give man of the match to?
Oh, I can't even remember. Let's give it a chance because that was a great try. I mean, regardless of anything else he'd done in the game, he could have come off the bench then and scored that try and still got my man of the match because that was fantastic.
Well, I think Chance Burgess throughout the game, he was just a focal point here for Lakes. We've got the presentation coming up. But, wow, that try, that really was a highlight. We've got the ladies Oz tag going on in the background, which is good to see. Good initiative from the real NRL to get that going. But presentation here, we'll see if we can go down and listen in.
First of all, they played hard right to the death. All year, we had 4 touchdowns, including the 2-2 stage. We're in it, all the boys, a great bunch of blokes, they quite hard, keep the point down, really give it. Big shout out to Gareth Evans for his last game. Bit of a shame how he finished, but we'll get in there and we'll get on back and we'll live for him next year.
So Gareth Evans' last game today, a bit disappointing for West.
A bit of a disappointing end for him, but that was Matt McLaren, the captain of the West Boys, giving you the final speech, and well said, mate.
The referees coming forward, I thought they were pretty good today. Can't fault them.
Graham Stair on point as always. He always knows what's going on. He's very well experienced in the game. He referees a few games that I've been involved in, and he's always very fair.
I'm not a big fan of the booing of the referees. I think that's something that needs to get rid of. I bet the NPL, they're outstanding in the soccer when the referees get up. Give them a round of applause.
Oh, I get stuck into them. There's booze aplenty. Don't worry about that.
So Lakes United,
no, that's it.
Lakes United are going to come forward. But yes, I did think they did a great job, the 3 officials out there. Tough day. And here is Jack Kelly, the 5'8" for Lakes United.
Yeah, I'd just like to thank Wes for being here today. It's a tough game. Definitely feeling it now. Can't believe it, boys. So good on Lakes.
So Jack Kelly, I think, given man of the match there, from what we've seen. Taking a little package back.
And well deserved too.
The winning players for Lakes United for season 2015. Starting with the fullback number 1, Jamie Goodwin. On the wing number 2, Mully Utah. Lee McClintock. Brody Lamb. Jackson Davis. The man of the match, Jack Kelly.
Yeah, so just confirmation there, Jack Kelly, the man of the match. We're still going to go with Chance Bergman, Isaac.
He was the forwards man of the match.
Chris Randall.
The people's favourite, but
People's choice.
Absolutely.
And here's Togatese, wasn't he outstanding?
A massive game from Togatese. They wouldn't have done it without him, that's for sure.
John Douglas. Try to score on the lock forward, Chance Burgess.
There he is.
Mitch Sadler.
Biggest cheer in the lot, I think, for Chance Bergman.
Cameron Burns. Blake Smith. Tom Wollaston. Zach Lennon. And Ben Stone. Also, please put your hands together and congratulate the coach, Craig Martin.
And well done to Craig Martin as well, coach of Lakes.
Final winners trophy. Please make welcome to the stage the captain of Lakes United, Chris Shepherd.
And here's Chris Shepherd about to lift the trophy for the Lakes boys, and a big moment for their club.
First of all, thank you, Wes. Thanks for today. Congratulations on a successful year. You're always there. Thanks for today. Thanks to everyone at Lakes, right through the grades, Puma, right down everyone. Trainers, strategists, match day volunteers, sponsors, old boys, supporters, the nurses down there. Specifically, I'd like to thank Tuppy, Shep, Corky, Donny, Blake, everyone involved in Reggie's. Thanks for your commitment for the year. I quickly want to thank everyone that's been involved in the club since 2007. We've had a rough trot. Not many people want to be involved in those years. So everyone that played, coach, whatever your capacity was, thanks so much for keeping the club alive. You all contributed to get the 2 teams in the grand final and get the club back where it is today. And lastly, the boys in the elite, legends, can't wait to celebrate this with us tonight. We know what it takes us. Take the link off.
Well, there's Chris Shepherd raising the trophy to his team, but I just want to say that's outstanding from Chris Shepherd, that speech about how those players that those people that stuck by Lakes through that tough time, and that those people are often forgotten, but they shouldn't be, because Lakes went through a really rough trot, and it's outstanding that they're in the grand final in 2 grades and have potentially the chance to go back to back here.
They did, and it reminds us a lot of the Rabbitohs over the last 10 years or so. You know, they had so many hard times through the early 2000s and late 90s, and to come away with a grand final win. And the same's happening with Lakes. You know, they're building a great thing down there. They're into the first grade grand final up against the Scorps this afternoon, and I mean, who knows what will happen with that game, but it's certainly been a great game today.
Well, Isaac, can I just say it's been fantastic doing some commentary with you. First time we've been together, so it was a great game, first game, and hopefully next year we'll be able to do a little bit more.
Oh, Ben, we're on fire. Don't worry about that, mate. We'll be back.
Well, thanks everyone for watching. We've got the OzTag going on in the background at the moment, the women's OzTag, which is great to see, and the blue skies coming out here at Hunter Stadium, getting ready for the grand final of the real NRL. So I'm Ben Homer signing off. Thanks to Isaac Butterfield in commentary. In the reserve grade grand final, it was Lakes 19 defeating West's 18 in an absolute thriller.